What's up everybody, Random Noise here, and I want to talk today about one of my most favorite plugins lately, Drumsyn by Experimental Sound, which is a rec extension inside of Reason. A few people who watched my techno jam session inside of Ableton Live using the Reason Rec plugin asked me about it, so I thought I could do a quick overview of how I use it and why I like it so much. So let's start by dropping the Reason Rec plugin inside of a MIDI channel here in Ableton. And you can already see the rec extension over here. It's called Drumsyn Drum Synthesizer. And as the name suggesting, this is basically a drum synthesizer that can create really cool analog style percussion sound. So let me quickly add over here the matrix pattern sequencer so we could have something running in the background. And you can already hear the first oscillator. So this synthesizer has 6 oscillators with different sounds. The last one is a noise generator. I'm not exactly sure about what kind of oscillator they have here, but they are really suited for some drums and percussion sound. And you can control the pitch, the overall pitch with the tune here. And a decay, so how long the sound should go. The width over here, I think it's a filter, I'm not sure, but it sounds like a filter. Because it sounds brighter when you turn it all the way up. The speed is basically a pitch envelope, which you define how fast the envelope goes with the speed here, and the range of the amount of pitch. So some really cool stuff you can do with this one. Let's try the other oscillators. This one sounds like a bit more clickier, like adding some noise on top of the oscillator. There is also an LFO here to do some even more random stuff inside the sound, you know. Sounds more like a drum. Put this all the way here. So I usually will use this for my kick sound, and I really like, I think it's the D one. So it sounded very similar to the Roland TR-909. Create another one over here just for fun. So I put a mixer, and if you're not familiar with the Reason environment, it's basically a modular hardware like environment where you can just plug stuff around. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking the sound from the drum synth into the mixer, and from the mixer it's going out. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for another instant of the drum synth, put it over here, connect it to the right channel, to the second channel, pick up another one of the matrix sequencer, and let's do a hi-hat over here. So to create a hi-hat, we're going to use the 6th oscillator, which is a noise oscillator. And since noise doesn't have really a pitch, the tune is acting also as a filter, so you can it sound a bit. Actually, it could be the speed of the noise. That's why it sounds brighter. Because you can still use because you can still use the width to make it a bit brighter. And if we put the decay all the way up, and if you watched some of my techno session inside of Ableton using the Reason rack, you will see that I really like this technique, and I'm kind of using a lot to create the hi-hat sound. And what I usually do is I go here to the back to define the velocity, because right now the velocity doesn't really affect the volume. But if we turn this knob all the way up, so now we can control the velocity. So I can put some accent on the third beat. And another thing that I really like to do is to take the curve how to call it, it's not an envelope, the curve kind of sequencer over here, and connect it to the decay of the drum synth. So basically the way it's act is it's like a volume for the decay. So instead of me coming here and doing this, right, I can define it here as part of the steps. The LFO is doing anything on the noise. Yeah, there's nothing here. So the LFO is working only on the pitch if you're using one of the other oscillators. Yeah. And of course, you can do all this with, with other synthesizers, with the subtractor, which is a classic Reason instrument. Right now we don't hear anything because the synthesizer is not connected. The audio from the synthesizer is not connected to the mixer. Now it's connected. So yeah, you can do all that here, but it's just faster here, and I think also it sounds a bit more analog, a bit nicer. You can put some effect on the kick, let's say. You can automate, I think, pretty much everything that you see here in the front panel. Yeah, everything. You can automate the width, which is the filter, the decay. What else can we do? The pitch, I think, also, yeah. So I can, if I want to, I can come here and take one of the Reason LFOs, and I can say that I want this to control the, why not, let's say the decay. So, that's pretty cool. Actually, no, this is just stupid. A kick should be a kick, nothing else. But yeah, you can have some really cool shit with this thing. And I really, really love the sound of it. I think it sounds really like an analog device. That is all for today. That was my quick overview of the Drumsyn by Experimental Sound. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments if you would like to see some similar tutorials. See ya!